Welcome to the CodeX Cantina, where I am Una.
And I am Crypto.
I am like a Brandon Sanderson expert. I'm on page 50 of The Way of Kings. So sit down.
Weren't you on page 50 yesterday?
Yeah, still there.
I am sitting down.
Sit down. Prepare for the expert on Brandon Sanderson.
I am on page 1.
All right, we're very excited to have been tagged by Christy Lewis, who put a ton of effort into this. You can just tell this is a very well prepared and thought out tag. Very excited to do this, and also very excited to join Stormalong 2020. If you didn't know what that is, you must have been living under a rock, because this is this huge event that's leading up to the 4th book in the Stormlight Archive series that's going on, and one of the hosts, Michael Nipp, one of the nicest guys we've met, one of our best friends on BookTube, bought us the book so that Crypto and I can also participate in Stormalong 2020. So very excited.
Thank you.
Very excited to have been a part of this. Very excited to be a part of the BookTube community, to meet people like this, and to share in the fun and excitement, because I don't think either one of us would have ever picked this book, The Way of Kings, had it not been for our friends kind of peer pressuring us, pure ribbing us. I don't know what the right term is here, but to have us join in on the fun.
Yeah, agreed. I don't think that with our deep dive into literature as of late, we would have veered off into high fantasy. But I'm glad that we are, because I haven't read any high fantasy in a long time, and I actually do really enjoy things of this nature.
Should be fun. Let's get into this tag, right? The questions. Number 1. If you're new to the tags, we've been drinking, so apologize for
And
that.
we cheat a lot.
We cheat. We never actually answer the questions. And usually we go back and forth. So I'll take the odds this time. Crypto will take the evens. And we usually sometimes guess. I don't know.
Cheers.
Number 1, Mr. Brandon wrote many early novels while working as a night clerk at the Provo Hotel. What
Is that
book
in John
kept
Wick?
you... I don't know. Is it? You're the John Wick guy.
I was just teasing. I was just messing with you.
What book kept you reading late into the night? Good question.
I'm going to say you said none, because Mrs. Una would slap you upside the head if you left the light on all night.
Dude,
You're reading on your Kindle, so...
I was going to bed last night, and I wasn't even allowed to read the Kindle. She's like, "Can you turn that light off? I gotta go to bed."
Oh, I've had that before too. Where I'm like, "Can you turn your phone brightness down?" I'm like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah. Well, we're totally doing wife voice. Like, they don't actually sound like gremlins under a bridge. Like,
No, they've met my wife. She is so much cooler than me.
This is husband doing wife voice. Okay. Now, interesting point. This book you have read as a recommendation from me, and is the reason I actually got a Kindle. I asked for the Kindle. My wife bought it for me as a part of like a birthday present, I think it was, so that I could read at night, because when Mason was first born, he'd like as a newborn, he'd just like, I'd be sitting here with this book, right? He'd flop his entire body in front of it and just stare at me.
Starting him off right. I love it.
Yeah. So very rarely could I actually read, because he would just...
Body flop on it.
So I actually, my wife bought me the Kindle so that I could read at night after we turned off the lights, trying to get little infant Mason to bed. So that book is, your guess?
Play your piano?
I mean, I did recommend it to you, but I guess we read that together. I guess that's not where I was going with that.
You recommended me a book.
Darth Bane, the Star Wars beginning of the rule of 2, where there will be one to hold the power and the other to crave it. Darth Bane. Oh,
yeah. That's my favorite Star Wars trilogy, is that trilogy of Darth Bane.
So, dude, more than Thrawn? That's a bold, original Thrawn? Bold statement.
Easy.
Okay. Dude, I love Darth Bane. Bought a Kindle specifically so I could read at night. Amazing. Stayed up late watching it. All right, number 2. Brandon's complex magic systems set his fantasy apart. What subject do you love to read about in all of its complexity? What subject? Religion.
So this one has nothing to do with books. So as you know, BookTube, I am a history teacher, and I teach U.S. history and AP World History. And I love teaching and studying the Civil War. I love reading about the Civil War and all its complexities and the battle strategies, and I have books on all the battles that took place and the topography of how that influenced the battles, because they didn't have a lot of modern technology compared to today. I mean, there's no there's no air vehicles, there's no tanks, there's no cars or anything like that. So the topography was so important in the battle tactics. And I love studying the complexity of the Civil War and then the stories of the Civil War. I love studying the fun facts and all the interesting information and stuff. That just 1861 to 1865 is my favorite time to study in U.S. history.
Number 3, Brandon gets book ideas from watching other storytellers fail to execute a concept well. Dang, throwing some salt there. He figures out how to do it better. What 2 books handle the same concept in strikingly different ways, and which did you prefer? These are both stories that you and I read together.
Books?
Short stories. I have two.
Shorts.
Two options here.
Let's go with the ones we've done recently. Let's go with 3 Questions and 3 Hermits.
Okay. Oh, I see how 3 Questions is in 3 Hermits. I fail to see how 3 Hermits is in 3 Questions. So.
Oh, okay. I guess I didn't get the question right. Okay.
So I would say, I said Eveline and The Fall of Edward Bernard, both dealing with the question of should you stay or should you go?
Are we going to sing now?
But I think Eveline did it better, where you are actually in the character's turmoil as opposed to dealing with the results of it.
I would agree with that.
Now, the other option, you probably haven't read it yet because we're recording it next week, but I have read it. But I wanted to compare Yellow Wallpaper and Sweat by Zora Neale Hurston. So you'll get to that.
I got that on the Kindle, downloaded, ready to go.
Hey, there's that Kindle.
Yep.
All right, number 4, Child Brandon was recommended several books about dogs that die. All dogs go to heaven, right? As a result, he became a reluctant reader. Please share a formative good or bad childhood reading experience.
So this is sort of a bad experience. So at a young age, I read Nancy Drew because I loved crime thriller novels, and my mom loved them as well. She still reads a lot of those type of books, even though she's branching out because she watched the channel and she's trying to better herself. Love you, Mom. And I read those books and I got teased and I got made fun of and called sissy and wussy and picked on when I was a little kid. And that made me a lot more reserved in who I told what I read. And as a result, I didn't communicate and analyze and discuss books as a child. Like, I read a book and I internalized everything. And that kind of sucked because it wasn't until we started doing this about 5 years ago that I really started talking about books with people besides maybe my wife. So, yeah.
Okay.
F the Hardy Boys. Nancy Drew all the way.
Oh, yeah. Number 5, Brandon and several friends host the Writing Excuses podcast, and they frequently invite guests. Please tell us about a collaborative fictional project and what you thought of it.
I have no clue what you're going to say.
I made sure to choose ones that you'd be able to guess.
Collaborative fiction projects? I don't even know where to start.
I put Stephen King and Joe Hill.
Oh, okay.
And what you thought of it? It was poop.
Oh, you didn't like In the Tall Grass?
No. I've got people that are quoting that are like, it's about reincarnation. I'm like, okay, show me the quotes in the book that prove that. Like, that's a stretch. Like, it's there, but that's a stretch. Yeah. Very westernized view. If your defense is that, it's a very westernized view of it. Brandon's first book, White Sand Prime, was rewritten and eventually converted into a graphic novel called The White Sands. What book would you like to see in another format?
So, gonna cheat here as usual. The Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan, which Sanderson finished because Jordan died and didn't get to finish the series. The first book was The Eye of the World, was made into a graphic novel already, and I have it, and it's absolutely amazing, and I love the artistry of it, and I feel like they captured the characters very, very well, Matt, Perrin, and Rand. I would love for it to be more, and there is no more, so I guess that's kind of my cheat answer. I want more of the Wheel of Time books made into it, and maybe we'll get it because if it gets popular, because it's being made into a series by Amazon, because Amazon bought like every high fantasy series there is. Maybe they'll make more of them, but that's the one I want. So maybe Brandon can do it for us.
I will always hate them for canceling the Dark Tower series. I wanted that to happen.
Well, they have like 4. They got so many, man. They got to do something.
I know. Number 7, Brandon writes very quickly. What prolific author or authors would you recommend? And again, I made it
go.
one that you'd be able to guess this one.
King? Stephen King?
Nope. No. Because this says what I recommend.
I don't know. What did you say?
I put Kurt Vonnegut. Let's get this. I got some stats for you. He wrote 123 stories, 81 articles, 14 novels, and 7 plays.
And how long?
Well, Player Piano came in 52, and
51.
he died in
2010,
2007, 2008. Was it 10? So somewhere around there.
Yeah, it was the aughts.
So a little bit over 5 decades. So a little bit short of 6 decades.
I feel like that's not a lot for that long a period of time. 14 novels, you said?
14 novels, 81 articles, 123 short stories, and 7 plays.
I wonder how many Brandon Sanderson's written. Do we have those stats?
He's a young man too, though.
Well, yeah, he's like 25, right?
Novels. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Are you looking
9,
up?
10, 11, 12. We've got 12 novels. Short works, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 9. Graphic novels, 3.
And he's much younger. So, I mean, that's...
Yeah, okay. The Way of Kings is also like 1,000 pages, technically. And
yeah. So here, I'm not trying to deter from your answer, because I think it's a good answer. And you know that you know that I'm okay with whatever answer you give, because it's your answer. But got to remember when these people are writing as well. And I think that they write more books nowadays because it's more profitable.
Vonnegut, he specifically started in the era when you could make money. Like if you were a technical worker, you could make a couple months' salary selling a short story. And then kind of mid 50s, late 50s is when the TV boom happened. And short story got cut from magazines and became TV episodes,
sitcom.
pilots.
Yeah.
So that's where the money went. And that's why he started to focus, instead of on short stories, more playwrights. Like you'll notice he had 7 plays, not a lot of them well known, some of them off Broadway, such as like that. But he focused on, he shifted because of the times changing, if you will.
I'll make an argument for you. I'll take your side as well. Kurt, our buddy's probably writing on a typewriter, where else Sanderson probably has a word processor.
Number 8, Brandon's Cosmere Universe books, I have no idea what the Cosmere is, are grounded in Platonic philosophy. What book, so now I'm in. What book or series gets you really excited about the source material?
Star Wars. Oh, you were supposed to guess. Damn it. Guess.
Star Wars.
I'm sorry. I want the Force and a lightsaber so bad.
Have you seen the if you go to Star Wars now, you can build like a lightsaber like for like $150 to $250 depending on the attachments. Like you can build like a lightsaber. Like you've got one on your shelf behind you, actually.
Yeah. But that's not one of those. That's Luke Skywalker's limited edition one. No, that's not one that you can.
You sound disappointed. Like, it's just Luke's. Freaking Luke.
It's just Luke's.
This is Luke's.
It's just Luke's.
Number 9, Brandon loves to show multiple sides of every issue and to contrast character values. Please share a book that handles controversy well. Go Down Moses. Oh, that's a good answer. Why are you laughing?
Because I don't know. Because I just threw it out there. It's the first thing that popped in my head.
Well, no, that's not true. There's issues of white man's burden there. Absalom probably handles it better. I do love Go Down Moses, but it has issues. So there's no way that could be the right answer, actually.
Evening Sun?
It's not going to be Faulkner, but I love your heart. I love your heart where it is, but it's not going to be Faulkner.
Harris Bergeron?
It is the archetype for the book that you love to poop on the most. This is the book it attempted to be.
I don't remember.
Lolita.
Lolita.
The way it rolls off my tongue. It is so fascinating the way Nabokov just completely manipulates you as a reader. Just super fascinating.
You and I have different definitions of well.
Hang on. And I want an honest answer from you. Have you read Lolita?
Yeah. Long time ago.
When?
College.
Young crypto. Okay.
Probably 18.
Yeah, baby crypto. baby crypto, can't grow a beard yet. That's what I thought. Okay.
No, I had a beard at like 8.
Yeah. That answers my question. Yeah, older crypto.
That's fair. That's fair.
You don't agree with the subject matter. I get that.
Yes.
You would appreciate the artistic mastery Nabokov shows in manipulating a reader. If you were to read it now, I can promise you would appreciate that.
Yeah, at 40, I'm definitely going to. And that's why you should go back and reread things. I agree. Yes.
All right, number 10, well, maybe not, because I know if I were to go back and read the Salinger book, what's it called?
Oh, Of Mice and Men?
No, that's the Steinbeck. I keep thinking of a Perfect Day for Banana Fish, but that's a short story. What's his big novel that everyone knows?
The one that you were like, no, I can't go back and read. You say it all the time.
Catcher in the Rye. Catcher in the Rye. If I were to go back and Catcher in the Rye, that'd be a horrendous train wreck. I just know it now. All right, number 10, Brandon Sanderson is a writing teacher, and unlike some writing teachers, but maybe like others, he posts his lectures online for free. What free literature resource are you most grateful for? Are you going to say, okay, you don't know this because I have to send you the files, but would you have said Gutenberg where you get the free files for your Kindle?
Yeah, I would have said Gutenberg. But I had a funnier answer that I cheated on. My Unarchive. Get it?
Because I give you all the books that I download from Gutenberg.
Like archive, but Unarchive? It's funny.
Yes. You are quite the cunning linguist, as always. Now, that is the end of the tag, but there, of course, is the question of who should we tag, and I've done no research for this. I'm going to blame you. You got to tag people, Crypto. You choose. I can't do it.
How about everybody that doesn't read Brandon Sanderson?
So who is that? Is that Alan from Big Hard Books and Classics?
Probably.
Is it?
How about Angela? No, I'm just kidding.
No,
she's read this 4 times.
4th round on it.
Yeah.
What about Jack the Rambling Raconteur? I don't want to say he doesn't read fantasy, but he doesn't focus it on his channel, at least from what I've seen.
How about Lucas? Does Lucas read?
I don't know. He reads.
He does fantasy, but
he works at like a children's library, and I know he's done C.S. Lewis, and such. We'll tag Lucas. Lucas, you're tagged.
Yeah, Lucas, you're tagged. If you haven't done the Sanderson
let's do one
stuff.
more. Who's another guy that doesn't really read fantasy? Or gal, guy or gal that doesn't read fantasy.
Does Noah do this? Is Noah into this stuff?
Noah does fantasy. Can't do Noah.
Has Michael done this tag? I'm sure he has, right?
Michael's like leading Storm Along 2020.
I know, but has he done this tag? What if he didn't?
Actually, you know what? I think if I remember correctly, of the 4 hosts of Storm Along 2020, he's like the one that wasn't tagged. Like, and she specifically said, we're supposed to go out and tag people. What if this whole tag goes around and no one tags Michael Knipp?
Well, then I have, because he gave us the book.
No. Let's see if this will be a fun social experiment. We're not tagging Michael Knipp. Michael Knipp, you got to wait for someone else to do it.
He just untagged you. I'm sorry, bro.
So someone out there. Okay, so Jack,
that's hilarious.
or Alan, please tag Michael, because he's going to be really mad at us if this tag goes out and dies and no one ever tags him, and he's like helping co-host Storm Along 2020.
He's going to be mopey, be like, so this is my July Tibber, and I have no tags this month because nobody tagged me.
All right. Well, that's the end of the tag.
Were you going to say welcome to the Codex Cantina?
I was, actually. I swear to God I was. I don't know what happened. There's this recording. I hit play, and for some reason I was going to say welcome to the Codex Cantina.
You're Una still.
I'm still Una. Thanks for joining. Please consider subscribing.
Peace out.
Subscribe. Una out.